Good gravy! Is that what I think it is? Is that an urban mech? Why, yes it is. Introducing a new urban mech, I guess. This is currently Mr. Firespy's mech. It is the UrbanMech K-9. Let me actually move it around like this. If we look on the, let me see if I can get the angle on it. You can actually see it says police and it'll say K9 on it. And that's because, yeah, this is apparently a police converted, this is specifically a police urban mech. Alrighty, let's get the show on the road. So, introducing...
Nope.
Oh, never mind. So, I was about to introduce the weapons on this battle mech. As you know, it is a hero battle mech, so certainly... Okay, we're doing a defense mission, I should also mention. We're doing a defense mission because we get to move at the lovely speed of 32 kilometers per hour. And I would very much appreciate it if the enemy comes towards me. Okay, so armaments. If something would please get into my field of fire. Here we go. Introducing the Ultra... Wait. Wait. Okay, you need to be here. You need to be here. There we go. The Ultra AC-5. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, this is a very interesting weapon. It is a lostech weapon, meaning they're not readily available. They should become a bit more common as the game progresses, as the years roll by. But for right now, the Ultra AC-5 is rather hard to find. Now, I want to point out that even though it's shooting multiple times, I should point out that I only clicked the button once. I'm going to click once right here, one time. And then I want you to look down where the ammo is. I currently have 75 ammo. I'm going to shoot once. Very interesting. Also, let me see if we can take a look at the gun. Right there, when I use, this is my ability to look around in the pilot mode. Yes, very interesting, isn't it? Oh, we should... Okay, I guess you guys are just going to do all the work, and, oh yeah, what other weapons? So we have an Ultra AC-5, we also have a large laser, which I am slightly out of range on. Not out of range on, so one thing, okay, Ultra AC-5, as you can clearly tell, it shoots faster, however, it is,
oh no.
Oh no, no! Oh, urban mech. Anyways, here we go. There's the large laser, and then we've got, you couldn't see it, there's two, but they're stacked on top of each other. Oh yeah, when these up close, we can just get him with this weapon. Oh yeah. Ultra AC-5 is not as accurate, but very, very good when the enemy gets a little closer. Where the loss of... Wait, what's happening? He's making me trip on acid! No, I want that version of the... Come here, I need you! I need you! I'm gonna get his leg. Oh, okay. Hopefully we get to salvage him. I mean, I put a bunch of points in salvage, so like, hopefully we get to salvage him. Wait, it's like the real anti-aircraft fire now. Okay, I mean, I guess I could just use the large laser. It would be, like, way more accurate for that. Where are the enemies at? Where are the enemies at? Where are the... Oh, hey, how you guys doing? There's the new Hunchback... Well, not the new, but the Hunchback 4J in Bandit's color scheme. Wait. And, of course, yeah, I mean, since we're on a defense mission, I decided to bring up the old beefy boys out. The meaty boy, and also the Raven. Why? I don't know. I like ACF. I don't know if it helps, but I like it. I like this song. Man, I'm telling you, it sounds like Dynasty Warriors music. If you never played Dynasty, just listen to like a few Dynasty Warriors songs. I'm telling you, it's like, I don't know what genre of music this is. I think someone called it power metal, but like, I don't know. I like the music. It's got like kind of an old like 80s, 90s feel to it.
I've made an error, boys. I decided to go out and personally deal with an enemy, and now I have to walk at 32 kilometers back to base. Oh, man, it's not that the urban mech is a bad mech either, it's just that...
It's not even that, like, the speed isn't even necessarily the problem. The issue with the urban mech is that it's designed, it's in the name, it's designed to fight in cities. But the problem is that you either have to walk to the city, or the city is huge and the enemies all over the place, and it's hard to like find enemies. It's like the UrbanMech is way more effective in the lore than it is honestly over here. We also cannot evade anything, and I'm really hoping that we don't lose the Ultra AC5. Oh, also, the Ultra AC5 has the unique ability to fire even when it is recycling. However, whenever you do that, there is a possibility that the mech, or not the mech, but the weapon will actually jam. And that means you could, like right there, I just fired it back to back. Every time I do that, there is a chance that the weapon will jam. And if the weapon jams, then I basically have no choice but to wait for it to unjam. And that takes longer than waiting for it to recycle. So, it's one of these things where, when you get really trigger happy, oh man. I'm just like slowly, like I said, I told you that the UrbanMech is kind of like a turret that also has legs. Yeah, that's how I feel right now. I really hope they don't destroy my Ultra AC5, like that'll make me like really sad face. I'll be super sad face. Here we go. Oh! And all of these like mechs that actually do damage, like this javelin is actually like dangerous. Oh wow, they are like trash. Well, you know. Honestly, the amount of extra money you get for defending, you barely get anything. You get like 10,000 C-bills or something like that. Like, you know, I'll wipe my butt with 10,000 C-bill. It's like nothing. Like, there's like no incentive at all. Please don't shoot me with missiles. I'll be super sad if you shoot me with missiles. Yeah.
Please don't shoot me with missiles.
Oh! Ow! Don't do it! I have no ability to... I can only tank damage. And also blast people with firepower. There we go. God, there's still like 6 mechs. There's still plenty of upgrades. And I think the arm that's damaged is the one that has the AC5 in it. Yeah, I admit, I'm actually a little worried that they're just going to destroy the base. Really? Wait, go for the big target that's easier to hit. There we go. Go for the big target that's easier to hit. Oh! Yeah, I know, Rihanna. I'm trying to, like, shoot the bad guy. Wait, what is that? That thing. Assault mech? It's an assault mech! It's a new mech! It's a new... Get away from me! Get away! I will slowly go away! Oh, it's a charger! No! Stay away from me! Oh, don't get in my line of fire. Stay back. Fortunately, this mech is really weird, and I'm not super worried about it as long as it stays away from me. I'm just gonna try to core it out. I like how it looks like it's carrying a gun in its hand. You might think that, wow, that mech sure. Oh no, no, do not shoot me. Do not. I will get into cover, which is also bad because I'm trying to protect the building. It won't notice me. I'm gonna. Oh, I came up from behind you, ambushed him. Oh. Yes. I gotta destroy his PPC. No, do not destroy my guns. I need them. I need them. Yes, no more PPC. Now you die. I'm just gonna go fully auto on him. I don't care if it jams. There we go. Okay. Mission accomplished. No problem, boys. Here's the payout, 1.3 million. Okay, here's the... Oh my god, we're 1 ton. We're what, 1 share off of... Oh. And here we are. Oh god, that was the wrong... okay, so... Oh god, I did it again. Oh god. What am I doing? I forgot I messed around with my buttons a little bit. Anyways... What we're doing today is taking a look at the Supercharger. So on these episodes where we're doing a hero mech, I like the mech to get the spotlight, basically. Wait, what am I doing? I forgot these weapons are just completely not the way they should be. You, and you. There. Should be just like that. Oh yeah, we got like a weird little machine. Normally you'd think an AC5 would be there. Basically, today we're going to be looking at the Supercharger. Why are we looking at the supercharger? Because like I said, the whole thing is, on the episodes that I like to do a hero mech, I like to give that mech the full spotlight. So in the other battles that we do, we're going to be taking a look at various weapons that have been added in the DLC and whatnot, you know, just like other cool things to do. And today we're going to be looking at the Supercharger. What does it do? It does this. Going faster, boys. So we're hitting 121 there. I'll shut it off so we can see. So this battle mech, the Shadowhawk 2P, has a top speed of 81. But when I turn on the Supercharger, it juices me up to 121. And you can see this little bar filling up on the left. That is telling us when the Supercharger is going to go crazy and start doing damage to us. So if I turn it off, the Supercharger will start... It'll start to kind of cool down, like it won't, you know, the damage won't be as severe. Or basically, it allows to continue using it within a safe parameter. So the Supercharger is basically a device that allows us to temporarily go faster. I mean, like, what happens if you don't temporarily go faster? Well, then it's going to start doing damage to your battle mech, and then you're not going to be as happy about it. So now it's fully... We're going to go fast now, boys! And right now, I'm using it mainly to improve my evasion, because the faster a battle mech moves, the harder it is to hit. So I'm using it right now to shake some gunfire off of me, which is, you know, not too bad of an idea. I mean, this mech is already, you know, reasonably fast, but now we can go even faster. I had to, so as I said, you notice that, like, it's kind of strange for the Shadowhawk to have this machine gun where its AC5 would be. And basically, I could not fit... Okay, please get out of my way. I would really appreciate it if you got out of my way. Like, I am super busy trying to blast this guy up, and you are in the way. Why are there so many battle mechs here? I can't even remember what... Oh, I guess we've been... I guess you guys have just been doing a ton of damage to the buildings. Oh, I'm gonna catch up to him with my Supercharger. Yeah, okay, now I'm... Wait, he's a super... We're both supercharging. He's also a supercharger, because he's the Commando 2P is the version of the Commando that is capable of using the supercharger. We're going into the yellow now, which means we're... Okay, I need to shut it off, otherwise we're going to start taking damage. But you can see right there, that Commando would be able to burn me, typically. But because we're using the supercharger, it's not doing that. And I'm going to use the Supercharger to get closer to this guy really fast. Oh, getting into the danger area. Gotta let the Supercharger, you know, uncharge or something like that. And it's like, I have no idea what to say about it. I haven't used it very much, and I thought it would just be an interesting episode to give the Supercharger a shot. Honestly, like, our battle mechs aren't doing that bad. One thing I don't like about the Superchargers, I'll do it again. Oh my god, like, it gives me motion sickness. Does it give you leave a comment down if that gives you motion sickness. It gives me motion sickness if I do it too much. And I know there's a battle mech over here. There we go. Let's get this assassin. Yeah! I got a little bit of everything on this. Oh yeah, so I was saying, it's kind of weird that the Shadowhawk would be carrying this machine gun here instead of the typical AC5. Basically, I just could not get the Supercharger to fit without really making a weird... Oh, I'm going to use it here. You think you're faster than me? I'll show you. I'm going to supercharge on you. Oh, there we go. I'm going to supercharge on you. Yeah, I'm catching up to him. I'm actually... Bam! It's like body slam him. How do you like that? How do you like those apples? I'm supercharging after you. There's no escape. There's no escape. Well, until my Supercharger gets into the danger zone. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Come on, there we go. Oh, wait, we're supposed to be destroying. You guys are doing a really good... I haven't shot at the base even in the slightest. You guys are honestly doing a pretty good job in that regard. Oh, don't make me do it. I'm supercharging into the base. What are you gonna be? It's probably a waste to do that, but I'm supercharging into the base. Now I can super destroy your base. What are you gonna do? Whoa. Let's not. No, I don't want to fall down. There we go. No, I thought I could walk across that. Oh, we destroyed it. Okay. I'm supercharging my way back to the extraction site. So this is what happens if we use it too much. It's in the yellow. Uh-oh. Look at my center torso now. We can actually see. Oh, God, it's supercharging me into the next dimension. And here is the payout, 1.3 million smackaronis. No battle mechs. That's kind of sad, considering we actually trashed a few of them. So let's just go down the line, I suppose. Look at this. I've taken every single bit of salvage, and we're still down by like 6 because there were no mechs to salvage. Super sad face. Alrighty, boys, welcome to Clearfield, where apparently we have found another hero mech on the market. There, we're gonna have we got 33 million CBIS. We'll definitely be able to afford it. That'll be another episode locked in. Anyways, first thing we're gonna do is collect on the Javelin. Okay, this gives us a maximum quality, a tier 5 machine gun made by Triax. Very nice. Oh, another upgrade. Tighter missile cluster, stronger inter-missile signaling. Receiver allow missiles to fly in closer proximity without risk of... That must be something about this. Yeah, that must have something to do with the spread. So we can actually see here that this would cost 300,000 CBILs in order to install, which is why I haven't installed very many of these. Some of these actually seem pretty good. Like, look at this one here. Refined Armor 2. 5% more armor. That's on. I mean, like, I'll take it. Like, more armor is more armor. And then there's one for structure. Yeah, it is right there. Fortified internal structure, 5% more structure. That's basically like the bones, you know, the mech, like the part that if it's destroyed, that piece of the body is actually completely totaled. Anyways, let's take a look at our UrbanMech. Here it is, the UrbanMech K9. There you can see the police logo on it, and it even said, I guess that just shows you how iconic 911 is. It's still being used even there. This is Mr. Fire Spy right now. This is actually the default color scheme. Every hero mech has its own distinctive one-of-a-kind color scheme. And this is what we are looking at. This is why I was very, I didn't want, got to be careful with this mech. It has a ton of lostech in it. We've got an Ultra AC5, we've got a large laser, 2 small lasers, and then quite a few double heat sinks. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 double heat sinks. Pretty nice. Honestly, this mech is pretty good the way it is, so I think the main thing I want to do, I'm going to take off the jump jets, bump up, no, let's increase the armor. And I really don't think we need to do anything else. It is kind of a shame to lose the double heat sinks, or not the double heat sinks, the jump jets, just on the basis that what size are these? Okay, these are small energy slots. We could turn those into flamers, but this mech is so slow that let me just revert that. There we go. Max the armor out. I think we're just going to leave it the way it is. Actually, I'm going to remove these double heat sinks and replace them with single heat sinks, just because the arms are the most likely thing to get destroyed, so let me go ahead and just put these in the legs. And I really don't see a whole lot that we could do to, we could add a PPC. Now, that's an option. If we put one we would have to knock off, but this is equivalent to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, 12. Okay, that's perfectly fine, actually. 12 heat sinks are more than enough to keep, like, a PPC under control. Yeah, let's give this a shot. And then over here, we've got the Lensver Shadowhawk. I'm not actually going to change anything on this mech, because but I just want you to be able to see how it works. So here is the Supercharger Mark III. You can see it weighs 4.5 tons. What you also may not have noticed is that this mech does not have any critical slots for jump jets. So I guess you could view it that the Supercharger, as a type of mobility option, is taking the place of the jump jet. So it's kind of like you can pick between either jump jets or the Supercharger. I would much rather. I actually think the Supercharger has the potential for being useful. But this is normally where the AC5 would be, but I just could not get this to fit in a way that I liked using the AC5 as well. So basically what I chose to do is I still wanted a long-range weapon, and so we went with the LRM-10 because it only weighs 5 tons, whereas an AC5 weighs 8 tons. So we saved 3 tons there. And the machine gun obviously barely weighs, it weighs 1/2 of a ton. So it was easy, it allowed us to basically fit mostly everything on, and for a mech that wants to use the speed to its advantage to close the distance, preferably to beat up, basically bully smaller mechs, one flamer, one machine gun, and one SRM4 can chew up small mechs pretty effectively. Alright, next up, we gotta go to the Mech Market, and here is the new hero mech. It is the Rifleman DB. I don't know what that stands for. Dingleberry? Douchebag? I have no idea what it stands for. Unfortunately, we cannot purchase mechs directly into our cold storage, so I'm going to have to temporarily remove a mech to get the douchebag in here. Now, I bet you want to know what kind of goodies are in this, but we're not doing that. Douchebag is going right into cold storage. Don't worry, I will refit it exactly the way it was before so you could see what the douchebag originally looked like. Alrighty, so we are going to be doing another defense mission just because, I mean, I really can't see myself wanting to use the UrbanMech in anything but a defense mission, and we don't have a lot of really big boy mechs right now, so you know, we are seeing kind of the same mechs appear here. I did decide to go ahead and swap out the Raven this time, just get some of the other guys in here. So I'm going to be going in the Mr. Fire Spy UrbanMech. We've got the Mech-K Hunchback, the Bandit Hunchback, and Valkyus's Vindicator. Please don't make me walk all the way. Oh, thank God. It's not that far away. It's only 600. Well, I'll see you in 10 minutes, boys.
A few moments later.
Oh, God. It's already starting and I'm almost there. Anyway, so this mech, the UrbanMech K-9, is considered semi-canon, as in, like, it could exist. You know, like, it does have the justification to exist, but there is no official, there is no mention in the canon of it officially existing, so it's, oh, I forgot I got the PPC there. Oh, right there. Gotcha. Got him with a zippity zapper. But yeah, so this mech is what you would call the Wikipedia page refers to it as apocryphal, which means it is semi-canon. You know, it could exist, but it has never been officially confirmed, you know, such a mech existing. But the UrbanMech K-9, as it sounds, it is a Star League era mech that was designed by the police forces as a way to police people. It's unclear, one thing that's interesting in the game lore is they make it unclear whose side of the Star League Civil War, the Amaris conflict, it was on. Was it policing for Stefan Amaris, the usurper, or was it policing for the loyal elements of the Star League Defense Force? Okay, we're finally actually getting some enemies, and no, we gotta aim a little bit farther ahead of them. There we go. But what we can talk about is the Ultra AC5, because that's basically all the information I've got on the UrbanMech K9, because as I said, it is not it's not a battle mech variant that has like some kind of a history behind it or something. And the Ultra AC5, what's interesting about it is when I was playing the base game of MechWarrior 5, so this is before the expansion came out, I was a little confused, like, why is there only the Ultra AC5? Oh, ooh, it's another Raven. Ooh, get it, boys, I want it. There we go. I was confused, though. I was like, where is the Ultra AC2? Where is the Ultra AC10? Like, why is there only an Ultra AC5? That seems kind of strange. Well, it turns out there's nothing strange about it. It's actually a very lore-friendly thing for there to only be an Ultra AC5, because the history of the Ultra AC5, if you're first off, what is the Ultra AC5? It is a kind of experimental autocannon, and it's called Ultra. The prefix Ultra tends to mean kind of like excessive, so you could think of it as excessive AC5. And the idea of it was a manufacturing company called Kawabata. They wanted to build an enhancement for one of the Star League's favorite medium mechs, which was the Sentinel. The Sentinel is, I believe it's either a 40 or a 45-ton mech, and it's built around the usage of an AC-5. And they were like, well, how do we increase the firepower of the Sentinel without just having more weapons? So their goal was, how do we make a better AC-5? And that's exactly what the... Wow, you taking... Yeah, destroy that thing. I'll destroy this guy. You take out the tank. And the idea was, how do we make basically a better AC-5? It's okay if it weighs a little bit more, but what it really needs to do is it just needs to bring like more firepower than the current AC-5 is capable of doing. And the Ultra AC-5 promises the idea of having basically double the firing speed. The downside to it, though, was that it did weigh a little bit more, not too much more. Ultra ACs, all of them, weigh 1 ton more than the standard AC, so if the AC2 weighs 5 tons, the Ultra AC2 would weigh 6 tons. And so it was kind of like, well, that sounds perfect. If you wanted your Sentinel to be... Oh, he juked. He actually just went in a completely different direction than I was expecting. And the whole idea was basically, well, now if you have double the fire rate, then it's like having 2 AC-5s. However, there were some complications with the Ultra AC-5, and it's part of the reason why you only see one model. It wouldn't be until later on when more Ultra autocannons were developed, and that's because, wow, that was a headshot. Didn't go through the armor, but still, that's pretty crazy. So the first problem was that even though it did have basically double the firepower of a standard AC-5, the weapon was considerably less accurate. This actually isn't reflected in a lot of the older Battletech games where the AC-5 is literally it just fires twice. There's no recoil to it, there's no scatter to the shots, so that's actually a realistic element of how they decided to depict the AC-5, or the Ultra AC-5 in this one. So that was the first problem, is that it did have double the firepower, but it didn't necessarily have the same accuracy. So as you can see, this version of the AC-5, it does want us to get a little bit closer in order to ensure that we're hitting with every single shot. But at the same time, we can still kind of spray shots at them, and some of them are bound to hit. There we go. Gotta love it when I zap those guys at a long distance. But that wasn't the main issue. Now, most people were willing to, okay, we can accept that this weapon isn't quite as accurate. Oh, I gotta get a second shot. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. Right there! Yeah. Oh.
Congratulations, Commander. These people or their...
Oh god, I didn't even realize I destroyed them all, but yeah, so I guess the main problem with the Ultra AC-5 is the reloading mechanism had a problem with jamming. And that's what prevented the Ultra AC-5 from being widely adopted, and that's why you don't see an Ultra AC2, 10, and 20. Those would actually be developed later on when it was just said, yeah, who cares? Who cares about jamming? I just want to shoot more. But yeah, so it winds up being a completely lore-friendly thing that, yeah, there's only the Ultra variation of the AC-5. So the Ultra AC2, 10, and 20 would be reintroduced basically a little bit after the clan invasion, a combination of recovered Star League technology and clan technology, because the clans already had Ultra AC2, 10, and 20, just because the clans are super advanced. That's what allowed the Inner Sphere to reproduce the higher caliber variation of the Ultra Autocannon. Okie dokes, and for our final battle, I want to get some people in that we haven't seen in a little bit, so welcome back, Valkyrie, I guess, welcome back, me. Yeah, we haven't used my mech in a little while, but I'm going to be using the Jenner P, which is yet another battle mech that has the Supercharger, and we're also going to be looking at the short burst lasers, because I've got a better idea on what I like the short burst lasers for, and that's because if I go right over here, I do have a second save file that I experiment on ideas with to use on camera. Alrighty, so Jim Struckman, you know, I'm sure he's very happy to be promoted out of the flea, and actually he seemed to be approving of the flea. He seemed to like the mech in the comments, but yes, he is now a Jenner P. I believe all of the P variant mechs all have access to the Supercharger. Alrighty, so right now I'm cruising at a comfortable 80 kilometers to keep pace with the Raven. Let's go ahead and hit our top speed. The Jenner's top speed is 113. Now let's turn on the Supercharger, taking us up to a monstrous 170 kilometers per hour. It's like really, really fast, boys. And there's no need to go that fast right now, but the way I like to use this Jenner is actually very similar to how you can't hit me when I'm going this fast, boy. Well, actually, he had pretty good aim. He actually did pretty good there. So the way I like to use this Jenner is with a pair of flamers and a pair of course, flamers. I gotta have my flamers. I do like flamers on fast mechs simply because they close the distance so effectively. But I'm actually using the short burst lasers now, and that's because I looked at the math, you know, I looked at, you know, basically how much damage per minute, you know, the amount of damage it does versus how frequently it shoots, but also the heat. And the problem the Jenner has is the Jenner gets hot very easily because it doesn't quite have the space needed for its engine and its weapons and its heat sinks. But the thing that's nice about the short burst laser is that it doesn't generate as much heat, and the main thing I like it for is for zapping the defenses out of the way. That's what I like to use my short burst lasers on. So right here, it's not going to be quite enough. A normal laser would have taken it out. That's why I don't think that the short burst laser is strictly an upgrade. Basically, the way I see it is, as I was saying, what I like it for is I like to use the short burst medium laser when the medium laser is not the primary weapon for damage and you're using it more for utility for cleaning up targets. And that's because the medium burst laser is just strong enough to take out turrets, like these two medium laser short bursts. They can take out a turret, they can take out a helicopter. So I like to use them when they are, like, let me see if I can find, like, they're already damaging it, unfortunately. But as long as your accuracy is on point, they will destroy a turret in one hit. Well, 2 hits, I guess. But I tend to use them in pairs, like this. So just destroyed that one. If you find helicopters, they'll take out the helicopters, you know, just a pair of them. And because they recycle faster, like they are a faster firing laser, they are better at, right there, you can see it. Right there, here's another turret. I can just quickly zap. And because it shoots faster, it's better at destroying them when that's what you're using the medium laser for. So on a mech where the medium laser is the primary focus of the damage, for example, the Hunchback 4P, I would prefer to use the regular laser because I want the full damage on every shot. Okay, so I'm going to use the Supercharger here in order to, because I want to go around and flank them, but I don't want to spend as much time doing it, so we're going to do it to get there faster. And here comes the flanking attack. And I'm going to go ahead and focus on taking out these tanks, because that's what I like to use my Jenner for. There we go. Oh, here's a good...
Nope,
accuracy wasn't quite on point there. Oh, God. Need to supercharge my way around so that they can't get a lock on me. The Supercharger, it makes it feel like your battle mech is sprinting, essentially. There we go. I'm guessing that the lurching motion is supposed to represent like your pilot, like being thrown. Come on, keep moving, guys. Don't stand still. Standing still is a really bad idea. Gotta keep moving. Use the Supercharger to get up behind him. He's not gonna see me coming. Oh God, I'm gonna get his leg now. He doesn't see me coming. Which leg is it? I can't see because there we go. God is like the only thing I like the Supercharger is it lets you go from like basically no speed per hour to maximum speed per hour. So I'm going to use the Supercharger to stay behind this guy. Well, nope. Here we go. Using the Supercharger to get back to my top speed so that he can't take advantage of me being a little slower. There we go. We're right through him. But that's how I found that I enjoy the... Oh, wow. We've already blown through everybody? Jeez, like, I don't even get an opportunity to talk about these, like, weapons and whatnot. We didn't even get to talk about the history of the Supercharger. Oh, well, I'm sure we can talk about it another time. Not that the Supercharger didn't have too much of a history. It's just, like, some dangerous thing that's mainly used in battle mech races. It's not really used in the military that much. And it's useful on both combustion engines and fusion engines. On a combustion engine, the supercharger, it's basically like the same kind of superchargers we use today. It injects some type of oxidation into the fuel tank to make the tank run faster. But on a modern-day battle mech, which runs off of a fusion reactor, what the supercharger does is it temporarily disables the engine's shielding that basically is suppressing the, or rather oh, come on, like, this is the second time in a row that we're off by one. What it does is it basically lets you overclock the engine past the factory default setting that the designer of the engine specifically put into it so that you would not damage the engine core's shielding. And that's what the Supercharger does. It lets you bypass it so that you can go faster, but the problem is, as you're operating the Supercharger, it has the downside. Let me get the K9 in so we can see it. There we go. Get the K9 up in here. It basically, as you are overriding the limits, the limits were there for a reason, to protect the engine, and that's why overusage of the Supercharger causes damage to the engine. In the tabletop, every single time you use it, there's a chance that you'll receive critical damage on the engine, and the more times you activate it in the tabletop, the greater the probability until it becomes basically an assurance. So this version, this interpretation of the Supercharger is rather generous that you could use it safely, but overall, I don't know, it seems like it could be useful, because I feel like I was still able to make a pretty offensively capable battle mech despite the weight of the Supercharger, and I think that I am able to find uses for it. I think I like it way better than jump jets, but you let me know what you think down in the comments section, because I don't know, how would you design these mechs? Have you used the Supercharger? What is your opinion on the Supercharger, and what about the K9? Although it is a pretty cool mech, it's really hard to use the UrbanMech because the lack of mobility really hurts. But let me know what you think down in the comments section. It could still be worth using or buying if you find it early, just to basically buy it for the lostech and sell the chassis off. Anyways, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for future MechWarrior 5. Rags to riches. Here's the DLC content. And of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.